All right, one of the best classes all year has been Class 2A, and I think we ended up with some really fun matchups on both the north and south side of the bracket. And let's start in the south, where if you don't have any rooting interest, or you just want to go see a couple of good games, I think you could do worse than going to Southport on Saturday, where you will have in the first game Park Heritage and Triton Central. And Park Heritage, a team that's, with this group that they have now, Trey Shelsky is a senior. A lot of good players around him. They've been knocking on this door so many times trying to get through, and it seems like every year it's here where they've been able to not get through. And they lost to Brownstown Central one year, lost to University last year, lost to some really good teams. In this first game at Southport, another really good team, Triton Central, 23-3. Eli Seago, their top player, and just Mark James, a lot of good pieces here. This will be a very interesting matchup in how these two teams choose to attack each other and who can stop who. I think that's going to be the key is you getting stops and trying to string those together as much as possible. It could be a real battle there in the morning at Southport. Then the second game at Southport, Linton Stockton, 24-4. They knocked out the number one team in Class 2A, Paoli, last week, 55-51. Connor Daly, a big game for Linton Stockton. The Miners always seem to be tough out this time of year. And then Austin, wanted to mention, they're 17-8. They have and if you haven't heard this name yet, you should. Micah Moeller is a freshman. He averages about 21.4 points a game this season. And I watched some of the Forest Park game on Saturday. He can really shoot it. Trayson Roush also had a great game. He averages 14.7 points a game. So they have a couple of guys who can really score. And then Braxton Barger he averages 11.9 points a game. So Austin gets up and down. They can really play. Linton Stockton, I'm sure, will have a great game plan for them. So that should be a really good game as well. And you're going to end up, regardless of who wins those early games, with a really good championship game there Saturday night at Southport. To me, I think one of the best games of the night, of the day, at Muncie Fieldhouse, and it's cool they're using Muncie Fieldhouse this year for the semi-state. The noon game will be Westview and LaPel. Westview 25-1, and they're going to have a little bit more on them too. And LaPel 21-5. So you can read more about that at IndyStar.com. Those teams, a great matchup in the 2A North. And then the first game at Muncie Fieldhouse will have Fort Wayne Lures and Oak Hill. In Oak Hill, 25-1, ranked number 2 in Class 2A. I've seen them play. Jace Tonigo, Will Tonigo, really good players, a junior and a freshman. They will be even tougher next year. Most of their team will be back for Oak Hill. Fort Wayne Lures, though, 15-11. They're very physical. You can throw their record out the window because they play a very tough schedule in Fort Wayne every year. So 15-11, not really indicative of how good this team is. So that will be also a really good game at Muncie Fieldhouse. So 2A wide open. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see who ends up making it to Gainbridge Fieldhouse in that class.